Okay, hi everyone. So this is called, the other videos I did are Bank 300, which is dealing with addition and subtraction. So this one is Bank 500 because we're actually going to be dealing with multiplication. Now this game can be done obviously on paper pencil. And I would actually, so depending on which times tables you want to work on, we're going to use six-sided dice here, but 10-sided dice, if you want to work on, the 1 to 10 times tables, works really well too, or is a good plan to sort of start with the six-sided dice and work your way to the 10-sided dice. Is a good way of doing it. All right. So Um, the game is to try and be the first one to make it to 500. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to take your dice. So if it's player one's turn, they're going to take their dice, roll them, and notice how I've labeled my tens and my ones. Actually, I take that back. You would not need to for this because this one you are doing, in this one, you're going to be doing what is 4 times 3? Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. So this player would have 12. I definitely am willing to risk losing my 12. In this scenario, the way you would lose your money that is not banked is by rolling a product that is odd. So let's roll this again. Okay, 5 times 6, that's 30, which is even. So I'm still good. Okay. I think I'm going to bank that actually. So this way, this is for students who are pretty comfortable with adding. If your student really struggles with adding, you're going to go back to bank 300 and work on that adding piece first. So here, your student should be able to just add your tens and your ones, and I'm gonna go with the 42 in my bank. Okay, so now I can get rid of these. Okay, and now it's the other person's turn. Okay, so they are gonna take their 2 dice. They're gonna randomize them. Oh, 6. Okay, I'm definitely willing to risk a 6. So I'm gonna roll again. 5 times 5, that's 25. Okay, so far, but 25 is odd. So actually, that means I would lose all my money that is not in the bank. So because 5 times 5 is odd. Okay, so that's basically the game. So if the student gets, let's say they're using a 10-sided dice, and let's say they get 6 and a 7, and they're like, I don't know what 6 times 7 is. Okay, so in that scenario, what you're going to want to help them think about is there's a couple things that you can use here. One of the things you can think about is breaking this into its primes. Okay, so within this mathigon, which I should have said earlier, I'm in Polypad. There is, let's see, prime factor circles. Okay, so if your student's struggling, you can go, okay, 6. 6 times 7, right? If I notice 2 is a factor of 6, so you can split them into their factors, okay, like this, and go, okay, I'm going to go, I know what 3 times 7 is. 3 times 7 is 21. And then I can take that 21 and double it. Okay, times it by the 2 to get 42. Okay, so you can really have a better look at what are the factors of the number, how you can break them apart and then reapply them to make it easier for yourself. What you do not want to have your child do is be in this scenario and just go like this. Okay, because they're not, I mean, they're seeing it, so that's good. But you really want to start to think about, how could I make this easier for myself to multiply in my head? Okay, I do know this one, and so I'm going to take that one and then double it. All right, so Bank 300 in this program is a great way to work on your times tables. And the goal here is to get to the first one to 500. So yeah, anyways, I hope that is helpful for you.